channeling for another person allows the connection, but heart to heart. And I actually fall in love with each person I have the gift of channeling for. So if you're wanting to do relationship channeling or financial help or location guidance, ask for the guide that you think will help you to connect that way. You can ask for Jesus, or you can ask for Buddha, or you can ask for Orion, or Archangel Michael, whoever you feel safe and loving with. When I'm teaching it, I always ask that the student, ask for the highest and best, because you want to be specific about who has permission to come through you.
Hi, I am Donna McDine, and welcome to the Energy of Serenity podcast. Here we unleash empowerment through the power of the word. Join me and my guests as we share stories, tools, and insights to help you feel grounded and aligned. Let's dive in. Oh, welcome to the Energy of Serenity podcast. Donna McDine here with my amazing guest, Betsy-Morgan Kaufman. I am so thrilled to have you here today. Welcome, Betsy.
I am honored, Donna. I have loved you for a long time, and to get to play, I call this play,
yes,
like this, and have our friends join us. It's really fun, and hopefully for all of us, inspiring.
Absolutely. So before we really get underway with our conversation, I'm going to introduce you further to listeners. Betsy-Morgan is a master spiritual teacher, professional channel, and Reiki Master Teacher with over 40 years of experience. Amazing. Guiding individuals toward clarity, healing, and higher consciousness. Having worked with more than 7,000 clients worldwide, she is known for her grounded wisdom, compassionate presence, and ability to translate higher guidance into practical insight for everyday life. Betsy-Morgan teaches, writes, and mentors those seeking personal transformation, spiritual development, and a deeper connection to their divine guidance. Oof. Wow.
Yeah, wow. Who's that?
So, Betsy, for you, as you hear your bio being read to you, do you feel like you're coming from like another angle of what you do on this planet?
As you read that, I had to fight back tears because I thought, gosh, that's true. And it opened my heart. And what I want to say about that to everybody, write a bio and read it every day so you can recognize you've done something. And if you haven't, Donna, you know how I love the word intention.
Yes.
Well, clarify your intention, what you would like to do in order to feel more in alignment with spirit and with your own heart. Mm-hmm. And then walk in that direction. That's kind of a lead rope. So thank you for reading that.
That's beautiful. And I love how you live by the word of intention and by your heart. And what I'm really cultivating in this Energy Serenity podcast is about that power of the word that we have to say to ourselves and how we project ourselves to others and how we engage with them. So, Betsy, what does that mean to you by living by the power of the word?
And are you referring to the I am word or the intention, which are both pretty similar?
Right. I would say I'd like to hear about the I am and then about the intention as well.
Okay. Let's hit it from all angles.
Yes, definitely.
For me, the I am is the secret of truth or the secret of the universe, all of them, if indeed there are many. When I speak, as many of the people that are tuning in know, my main emphasis, I think, with my professional life, besides my family, is to offer the gift of channeling. Mm-hmm. So let's start there. Little background. What is channeling? Channeling is connecting to loving, high vibrational, non-physical beings of light so that you can have more health, wealth, and happiness in your own life and learn to align with your higher self and bring that into your personality so you can make conscious choices towards more joy. So with that in mind, every moment when we are thinking is, in a way, a prayer. As it was once said, I am is the way. I am, it was said, I'm sorry, in the Bible, and I love the Bible. I love all the sacred manuscripts. I love all religions. This is not about religion. This is about spirit, which we all are. So it does say in the only manuscript I'm aware of is, I am the way. And I think people, of course, misunderstood that, thinking that when Christ said it, he was the way. But in the original text, which is Aramaic, which is what Christ spoke, it said, I am is the way, is the way. So I am is the lead domino in our own creativity, made in the image and likeness of God, meaning that we are 100% creative, 100% powerful. We can have what we want, and it's okay to scoot ourselves up to the table of life. Dig in with both hands. Help yourself. Don't scold yourself. Go after your joy, because the more we represent the divine I am is one with God, then others will catch on without feeling guilty. I think guilt is keeps us from having the joy of heaven on earth. So that's the I am.
Beautiful. And the guilt aspect, it's so important to push that to the side and really knowing that we're all worthy of what our truest desires are and that we're made in that image. So let's step forth into that and not only be kind to ourselves, but to everyone, every creature, everything. And the
Absolutely.
day just blossoms.
Yes, and in doing so, I love what you just said, because we tend to externalize and think, because we've been programmed and we want to be good boys and girls, we tend to think they're outside. But there's really a mirror, and they're a representation of an aspect of ourselves. So we are, in loving another, we're loving ourselves. And likewise, in loving ourselves, we're loving another. And in that way, hopefully, we can share in spiritual, loving unity.
Yes.
Sooner than later.
Yes. Yes. And we so need it. We need it to
I
really
hope
feel
we're finding
vibrant.
it
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah.
Can I touch on intention for just a moment?
Yes, absolutely.
I love that word, as you know. I like to suggest to my students, with channeling and with their life, to live by intention. For instance, before you get out of bed in the morning, you might share with yourself and with the divine, my intention for today is to be happy. My intention for today is to contribute love and truth. My intention for today is to stay balanced and in alignment with my higher self. Or maybe you want to say, my intention for today is to do a good job on Donna's podcast.
Oh,
That was fine. No matter how many years we've been in the business or whatever, you still get a little nervous and excited.
Right, because it's never easy to watch oneself on camera. And it's been interesting because that whole pivot with COVID, it really forced us to be more on the camera. But with your connection worldwide, you were on camera well before the pivot that so many people took during COVID on the camera.
Yes, yes.
Your outreach is so much further because the beautiful energy that we're all able to tap into if we quiet our minds down has no bounds of space nor time. And that's the beauty of it. And even though you're well over into Mountain Standard Time, I'm in Eastern Standard Time, we have this beautiful connection that remains. We first connected right at the beginning of COVID. And yeah, when I enrolled in your channeling class.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it really, during that time, taking the channeling class was such an uplifting time for me because I had that time that was given to me to really immerse myself in the class without balancing everything else at the same time. So it really came to me at the perfect time.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it's really cultivated.
Did the channeling class help you to get answers for yourself?
Yes. Yes,
Good.
it really confirmed because I had already become a Reiki master. And when I first started doing my journey of learning Reiki, I never had the intentions that I was going to be teaching it, I was going to be facilitating it. It was really more for my self care and for those closest to me. And just it just started to snowball. And
Oh,
more and more people would connect with me and be like, hey, what are you doing? You look different. You look lighter. What's going on? And it opened up that doorway for the conversations. And then when I took your channeling class, it took the Reiki to a whole nother level,
good.
whole nother level for so much. Like Reiki was fantastic as a standalone, but then when I tie in the channeling with it, the
Mm-hmm.
messages and the guidance that comes forth through the for the recipient is incredible.
I'm so
Incredible.
glad. Sounds like it was meant to be.
Yes,
I
definitely.
did the same thing. I tied the two together, and that's how the channeling actually developed.
Right. And I
Oh,
want you to explain that more to the listening audience, how that transpired for you, how that was cultivated, how you were guided.
okay.
You went with it full throttle.
I did. I really don't know where to start because there are so many pieces. In this way, I want to share with your listeners that whatever path they are currently on, no matter how crazy it may look to the mind, it's perfect because your higher self, your soul knows what your blueprint is, what you are to come in to do. So there's these little breadcrumbs along the way, and even though the path may appear curving, it will come to a beautiful conclusion where you can represent spirit in a way that makes you feel fulfilled. And it may not make sense at first, so just follow the yellow brick road in your own life. I had many different pieces. I'm looking at which one to take. I think I'm going to start with years ago when my daughter was 7 months old. She was very ill, very, very ill. Her fever wouldn't even register on a thermometer. Had a
Wow.
of doctors, finally took her to the Mayo Clinic. After 2 weeks of testing, they gave her back to me. There's nothing we can do. And then a girlfriend called and said, the psychic surgeons are in town and they're from the Philippines. Why don't you take her? And I said, I don't believe in that kind of thing. And that's where it started. And she said, what do you have to lose?
Right. Right.
Uh, my point of view.
Yeah.
So I took her, but I went first. And Donna, I got to watch. I got up on my elbows. I got to watch them open my stomach up and take stuff out and this and that. I just asked for spiritual healing. And having just had a child, I asked to lose some weight.
Right.
And I did
Better to
lose
hear than now.
lost 20 pounds in 1 month. But just watching the surgery was enough for me. And I had her there the next day. And she has never been, she got healed. She's never had another fever, maybe a little one with a cold. But she went on to become an athlete and she's strong to this day and healthy. So I thought if one person can do it, another person can. This is not something God wouldn't say, here's a box of chocolate, but you can look, but you can't have any.
Right.
That wouldn't be the God I believe in.
Right.
So it's help yourself. And so I thought, I want to know more about that. So I found Reiki. Now, with Reiki, as you and I know, it helps us to connect with the divine and bring in the energy through our hands and our heart. And after I'd done Reiki for a year or two, I was administering a session. And that's when my guide, Orion, a being of light from the universe, he says from the stars. And I've since realized he is the, third or fourth Elohim, the pink ray of light, of love. And I asked, why did you come? And he said, because many people on the earth plane asked me to come for help to lift the vibration from lower third dimension to the fifth so that you can ascend into a higher experience of life while on the planet Earth. I know that sounds like a long answer, but I want to make sure people understand that he's loving, intelligent, and here for you. And to all of your listeners, just ask Orion, could you help me? And you might hear his voice. So I was administering the Reiki and I heard his voice in my head saying it's now time for you to channel. And it was silent in the room. And I looked around to see if there was, and I said, "Are you talking to me?" And I said, "You've got the wrong girl. I don't channel." And he said, "Just do what I ask you to do." And was I was broke, living on Reiki, raising 2 babies on my own. And once again, I thought, what do I have to lose?
Right.
So I'm willing to be a fool for God. And I want to offer that to your listeners. Be willing to be a fool for this passion that guides you.
Yes. And I love that because it really gets you to step out of yourself, of that inner naysayer, like, who do I
Yeah.
think I am doing this? And when you really embrace it and you quiet the mind down and truly pay attention to what is being guided to you, you look at the universe in such a different way that
Yes.
it's not happening to me, it's happening for me.
I like that.
And by embracing it, you just create this beautiful glow that comes out from you. And all of a sudden, like, people start saying, "Hey, what are you doing different? You look lighter, you look brighter. What's going on? You don't seem to get so ruffled in circumstances that some of us do." And then that's when the conversations start. And when those
Mhm.
conversations start about raising your vibration and releasing what no longer serves you,
Big
it
part.
there's no limits to it. And when people realize that this is not to negate God, it is not to negate any religion, it's about bringing love forth. And that's what every religion is
I
based
love
on,
that.
the love that we have for not only for ourselves, but for others. And that we want to spread that love unconditionally.
And I
And
think that's what channeling does. You
yeah,
know, as you say that, it reminds me that Orion said, this is not the channeling it's called the Orion technique or technology. And he said, what I'm bringing is not just predictions and psychic information and mediumship, but you are actually giving the power back to the people,
yes,
letting them know that this and greater things can you do.
yes.
And so, do you remember when you were taking the class, the motto that Orion would bring forth? It was listen, trust, and act.
Yes.
And
And
anyone can do
ACT is huge. It's huge because if we listen and trust, but then we don't do anything to expand ourselves
that.
and
Yep.
take those steps, we're not moving forward. And we need to keep moving forward to raise the vibration, not only for ourselves, but for the ripple effect for the collective whole. And by doing that, it changes your outlook on the day, and that we're all loved beings of God. And when we pay attention to that, you look at your interactions differently. You tend to step back for a moment and let that person say what they're saying, and without, you know, argument, and because everybody's path is different, but it's the same too.
Hmm.
Because we all want to feel safe and loved. And when you give that environment to people, immense change can happen in a nanosecond.
So true.
Yeah.
You know, so much rests on our perception of reality. And when we are based in love and know our intention is to love, that common denominator of a clear perception, love, will guide us forward and
Yeah.
will motivate the other person to do the same.
Yes, yes. And by doing that, it makes such immense change without huge steps. It's just really, like
Yeah.
you said, you set your intention for the day and then watch how that unfolds. It just
Hmm.
unfolds so beautifully. I often say to my husband that never approach life from a place of scarceness,
Mm,
because we have abundance. We have abundance at our fingertips. And abundance isn't always about the money.
right.
It's about our engagement with the collective soul that's put in our presence. And we are abundant in so many different ways. And it's not that conforms to society that abundance is only the dollar signs.
I so agree. It starts with the love, and that vibration then is that attractive force that brings it to
Definitely.
us.
And during my classes with you, I was then happily introduced to your two books,
Oh,
Ascension, The Accelerated Path into the New Millennium, and then I'm Beside Myself, A Beginner's Guide to Channeling. So I want you to share a bit about both those books,
okay.
where the listeners can purchase your books, and I have them earmarked and highlighted galore.
No, I've got mine bookmarked. I don't know. Oh,
Oh,
good.
yeah, perfect. Yes, yes, yeah.
And I keep them in front of me because I like to. This is, I think, interesting. I didn't read them. I channeled them. And so after they were published, I started to read them. This is how to learn to channel. And this is about the ascension that we're going through right now, this beautiful shift, although it doesn't feel so beautiful all the time.
That's right, exactly.
Riding a bucking horse. So Orion, my guide, told me to write these books, and I really, really resisted because I'm not an author by nature. I'm a channel. And so a girlfriend insisted that I do this, and thank goodness she does transcribing for
Oh,
her
wonderful.
work. And so she would show up, I would channel, and she transcribed it. So that's how these books came into existence.
So when she was transcribing for you, did she have like whoa moments like, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense?
Yeah, so would I. We would stop and look at each other. And because, as you know, Donna, when we channel, the information comes through us, but not from us.
Right.
So it'll just kind of disappear
Yes.
into the ethers. And so we would stop and we'd look at each other. And then I would take a moment to get back into alignment with what Spirit was wanting to share.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we had a lot of fun and hopefully some enlightenment.
And I can't, I, my words for those books, I just, you will not be disappointed for those listeners out there that are compelled to
Thank
buy
you.
these books. It changes your outlook for the better without denouncing what your religious upbringing may be. It's
Yes, yes.
enhancing it. It's enhancing it. You're looking at the aspects of spirit in an elevated manner that I know for myself was not taught to me as a young child.
Mm-hmm.
I was always taught, and it came from a very loving household, still graced with my parents' presence here at 91 and 87. But
Mm,
being raised Catholic, it was almost taught like God is there, you're here, you're separate.
yes.
And to know that we are one and the same, and we're made, and of course, was always taught you're made in God's image, but then it was kind of pulled away from you. And
Yeah.
you didn't have that connection and went through channeling. I know for myself going through the course, having people sit for me as part of the course material and then engaging with you, it it just it brought it all full circle for me in
Mm,
such a way that okay, now I knew what I was missing from the teachings that I was given when being raised, but now being having those tools of connection, and they change, they get stronger. The more you quiet that mind, the more you channel, the more the connection is innately there. And
yes.
it puts a spring in your step.
Uh-huh.
It,
You know, you had asked me, how people can get the book if they're interested.
yes,
You can get either book on Amazon,
fabulous.
I'm Beside Myself, or Ascension. The path to the new millennium is Ascension. And if you want to learn how to channel, this is a great book for that. Oh, another thing, if people are wanting to get an idea of how I teach, the very basic, can I give my email? They can.
Yes, please do. And that'll be in the show notes for those that are listening and you don't have time to jot it down. It will be in the show notes. So go ahead, Betsy.
All right. If I answer all my emails personally, nobody else
Beautiful.
sees them. So ask Betsy-Morgan at Yahoo. AskBetsy-Morgan at Yahoo. The reason I give that is, well, for a couple of reasons. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them, but not channeling, like, if you would not ask me, who am I going to marry? But if you have a question about channeling itself, and also I can get you the book much less expensive if you want to download, and I can connect with you in that way so that you can get it right onto your computer.
Oh, that's beautiful, because many people do. They don't like the paper book anymore, and they would love to be able to have it digitally. So that's beautiful. That'll all be in the show notes for those that are listening. I'd like you to touch base a little bit on your channeling course and how the listeners can get more information on that and what to expect from
All
the
right.
course itself.
All right. You can take a look at thepsychicteacher.com, or I believe I'm also on askbetsymorgan.com.
Mm-hmm.
Either one of those. Or you can email me once again, askbetsymorgan at Yahoo. I believe the best part of channeling is when you connect to the divine, you will feel bliss. And even though you are doing it as a contribution for the other person, wanting to assist them in having a happier, healthier life, the love that comes through you is overwhelming. It's unexpected. Did you find that to be true?
Yes. Yes.
Good.
And it's very interesting because when I channel, my eyes are closed. And when the sitter is with me, either video or in person, they say there's a change in my face while I'm channeling.
Uh,
And oftentimes tears come for me. And
mhm.
I just let them stream down my cheeks. It's not as if I'm sobbing. The tears just come down my cheeks, and I allow that to happen. And I often tell the sitters, if tears come, heavy sighs come, let it flow forth for you. You're safe. And it's very much like when we administer Reiki, you allow those emotions to come forth.
Mhm. It is so good. It's so good. Such a good feeling. And probably like you, channeling for another person allows the connection, but heart to heart. And I actually fall in love with each person I have the gift of channeling for. So if you take the class, what you will get to do is experience a personal connection with a loving, non-physical guide, angel, master teacher, whoever you ask for. This is important to know, that you can be specific. If you're wanting to do relationship channeling, or financial help, or location guidance, ask for the guide that you think will help you to connect that way. You can ask for Jesus, or you can ask for Buddha, or you can ask for Orion, or Archangel Michael, whoever you feel safe and loving with. When I'm teaching it, I always ask that the student ask for the highest and best, because you want to be specific about who has permission to come through you.
Yes.
So what you can expect from my classes is to connect with the divine through a loving guide who brings wisdom, healing, self-assurance. At first, of course, the ego mind will say, oh, you're not doing it. That's the hardest part for anybody, is to overcome the ego and to follow the heart. And then you've got it. Then you've got it, and the channeling flows. And it's wonderful. You contribute to another person's life as well as you get that higher vibration for yourself.
Absolutely. And I can personally attest that it's life-changing in all the best ways. And I can affirm for you all that are listening, Betsy is not a
Thank you.
blind name to the course. You engage with her and you have that opportunity to have that special one-on-one time with her. And it's a beautiful way of wrapping up the course, and the encouragement that is received during the course will make your heart soar to levels that you never thought before.
Yes, I
And
really, really appreciate you saying that because I do like to have a personal relationship with my students. And as you know, we have a private international Facebook page that
mhm,
I get on every day, and I post on about twice a week and answer questions. So we do get to stay connected. And you get the connection with other students as well if you want to practice or form a
right.
friendship.
Yeah, and that's what's beautiful too, because you have a really full community of people supporting one another and raising that vibration up as a collective soul. Betsy, I am so filled with deep gratitude for you connecting with me today. And for those listeners, as I said earlier, any contact information will be in the show notes for you so that you're able to connect with Betsy on this beautiful, profound journey that we're all on, whether or not we're channeling or not.
Yes,
And listeners, you're all worthy of the love and light that you so desire in your own world. Open it up, allow it to come in. Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Donna, for having me. And
Thank
my
you,
love to
Betsy.
all of your friends that tune in to you. I'm just honored to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Blessed be, Betsy.
Thank you for joining me on Energy is Serenity. I appreciate you taking the time to explore the power of the word, mindfulness, and calming practices with me. If today's episode resonated, please subscribe and consider leaving a review. Until next time, may your energy be serene and your words be empowered. Namaste.